to draw your attention to a recent report we shared on the data scientist, and that is about the usage of artificial intelligence in token engineering. For those of you who are watching this, you can see the report in front of you. For those of you who don't, just make sure to search on the datascientist.com for the blog post called AI in Token Engineering, a review. So, AI has taken the world by storm over the last year and a half. But as you probably know, I have been involved in the space of AI for more than a decade now, right? So I was kind of doing it before it was cool. At the same time, token economics is now a more recognized field than when it was when I started working in this area in 2017. And this report is essentially an attempt to join the two, this different, let's say the field of tokenomics, I wouldn't say the technology, the field of tokenomics with the technology, with the solutions that AI, the family of AI algorithms, primarily large language models, brings to the table. So in the report, we discuss about all sorts of things, and by no stretch of the imagination, this can be considered as an extensive, let's say, end-to-end review of everything and anything that could ever exist in this area, but it mostly talks about some of the things which I believe can play a very big role in the near future. And there are in particular two things which I wanted to stress out. One is governance, and the other one is the use of AI in designing token economies. So, with regards to governance, I think something which is someone sooner or later is going to try and do this, and I'm actually working on a project called Janus, which is kind of attempting to do something like that. Is the use of AI to create a self-governing protocol. Okay, so I think this could be huge because as you might be aware, governance in Web3 projects is one of the most important topics, but DAOs, for the most part, they have failed. So they haven't really materialized the promise they made to bring decentralization to the forefront. And I think this is where AI can play a very big role. So we can have this kind of AI systems which they retrieve data from the environment, and then they come up with different parameters to self-organize an economy. And this is something I've actually been working on. It's a project in the floatcoin space called Janus, which one way to see this is as a materialization of my vision to essentially create some kind of decentralized self-governing, let's say, central bank for DeFi. I know that's quite a mouthful, but I do believe that the time is now to do this kind of thing because we have access to all the right technologies. Then the second thing that I wanted to draw your attention to is how large language models can be used to design token economies. So you might be aware that I've been working on a library called Token Lab. For those of you who are watching my screen, you should be able to see some examples on my screen as to the kinds of simulations that Token Lab can produce for you. So just Google Token Lab on GitHub and you're going to find it. And I believe that through the power of AI, we will be able to create more effective simulations because AI seems to be really useful as a productivity tool for coding. And if anything, it looks like in the next few years, we're going to see proper AI coders. That is, anyone will be able to code through the use of AI and an AI coding tool. I think this has many interesting applications in the space of token engineering. And if anything, I've actually taken some steps towards, again, making this kind of thing work. So I've been playing around with ChatGPT and Token Lab and working on creating an interface so that anyone can write simulations for tokenomics using natural language. Nevertheless, it's work in progress, and as you can imagine, like ChatGPT itself is not perfect. Token Lab also requires some improvements, but all of the building blocks are there in a way. So that's something else that I wanted to mention. So that being said, I think that there are many applications of AI in tokenomics, and pretty much there are many applications in AI in anything, right? It's just that I think that AI and blockchain are two of the hottest technologies of our times, and quite often the question emerges how the two can be combined. And we've also seen some things these days like the rise of AI projects, AI related projects in blockchain and things like that. But I believe there are some pretty interesting simple applications like the ones I presented, which can play a key role in the current bull run. So anyway, that was a short episode. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. I hope you found this interesting. If you want to know more about AI or tokenomics, or you need help with any of those things, just feel free to shoot me a message. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.